I never found peace, but now I'm fighting a war.
The Michigan-based metalcore band We Came As Romance has since their debut album To Plant the Seeds, released in 2009, established themselves as a heavy hitter in the metalcore scene, growing a wide following with soaring choruses, great lyrics, and for some reason an incredible obsession with trees. After the band released their self-titled album in 2015, it did reach commercial success, although a lot of fans weren't a fan, calling it a typical sellout album and accusing them for going into the mainstream just for the sake of earning more money. Those fans got a huge surprise when they a year later released their first single from their next album, Wasted Age, portraying a heavier sound than their self-titled and adding a lot of fitting electronic elements. Cause you know, it's 2018 and electronic elements are cool. Their 2017 release Cold Like War were released after a label change and addition of former For Today drummer David Puckett, and got a way better reception from fans. Look, I'm a huge fan of We Came As Romance. I was heartbroken when their show sold out. So what do? You try to schedule an interview, of course, because you know I can do that. So I headed to the tour bus and I got to chat with the band's baby David and the band's grand old man Josh, talking the important things in life, like how you write an album, how touring in a van is not possible once you reach 28, and how the hell Andy is still alive. Hey guys, I'm Alex Dante, and I'm sitting here with We Came As Romance. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, man. Doing well.
How's the tour going? You've been in the UK for a while now, haven't you?
Yeah, tour's been going well. We've been overseas for, I think, just over 3 weeks now. We've been in the UK for 8 days. All the shows have been awesome. All the bands we're on tour with are great. All the festivals we've done were massive. So nothing to complain about. It's been a lot of fun.
So you guys have any favorite place you've been in Europe so far?
Antwerp. Antwerp for me. I love Antwerp. That's always a favorite city to go to.
That seems like a random answer. Why? What's up with Antwerp? I haven't been there, so I don't know.
It's just a freaking cool city.
Yeah, we just had the day off there as well. So we had like no responsibilities, nothing, no schedule or anything. So we just got to like explore, shop, eat food, eat whatever we wanted, that kind of stuff. It's a little, it's a little better when you can make your own schedule rather than having to do a bunch of stuff throughout the day. And
like interviews and playing shows.
Interviews in the bus or a show that we have to play later.
Oh, well, you'll survive.
That's true. Yeah.
That is the plan.
I can feel him watching me while I'm learning to survive.
So, how are the crowds reacting to the new material? You guys released Cold Like War in October, is that right?
Yeah, it was released in October. We were on tour in America with a band called I Prevail when we released that. And then we had some time off for the holidays in December. And then we did a headliner in America that was like the Cold Like War tour. And then we only had about a week off after that before we came over and did mainland Europe stuff and then the UK. And now here we are on that. And so we've been playing mostly new material all this year in the States as well as overseas, and it's been great to see that it appears that the opinion is universal, regardless of the country. It seems to be everyone's favorite CD of ours.
Yeah, Cold Like War is a brilliant album, but I'm curious about the song Encoder, because that sticks out a bit. How was the writing process for that song? Just like a heavy EDM almost-ish track?
Yeah, it was weird. We were finishing up the CD. We had the entire CD done besides that track. Kyle was flying back to Detroit, where we all live, and he wrote some of the electronics and kind of structure for the song on his laptop. He landed. We were in the studio. We were finishing vocals on, what song was it? On Vultures, actually, the first track. We were finishing the vocals because we didn't end up finishing those in LA, where we recorded almost all of the vocals. And Kyle was like, hey, I wrote this thing. We got to make another song. And from there, we just kind of made a song. It was weird. It was definitely weird.
It was very fast paced because we wrote that the day before I started tracking drums. So we literally wrote it in a couple of hours. And then everyone had a couple of hours to learn it before everyone tracked. So it was a little chaotic, but it turned out well.
Yeah, from the start of the song till this song's going on the album was like a day, I think, maybe a day and a half. That's how it went.
Yeah, that's bloody intense, and apparently it's become a fan favorite. So you guys apparently did well. So you're like the baby in the band. How are the rest of the guys treating you?
Yeah,
Terrible. I hate it.
the worst experience of his
Yeah, I've been touring for 10 years, and this past year of touring with We Came as Romans has been the worst.
hands down. Tells me
Absolutely
every time.
terrible. Yeah, I wake up and throw it on all of their faces. No, it's been great. I've toured with We Came as Romans before I was into bands, when I was in my previous band, I think 3 or 4 times total. So we had already all known each other a lot. We had a lot of experience together. So it was a very organic transition because we were already friends. They had already seen me play drums and knew that I could play the parts and were confident I'd be able to do them live. So it ended up working out very well. It's been a lot of fun. I think we're hitting a year. My first show with them is my first show with them was a year ago, 1 month from today. That's such a weird damn statement. But yeah,
Let's
June
just
8th
say
was my
11
first
months.
show. Math, right? 2 + 2 is 4, -1.
It's 3.
Quick maths.
That is quick math.
Anyways, so yeah, we're hitting that year mark. I think I tracked Cold Like War a little before that. So it's been great over the past year. I feel like we've been gone for most of it.
Yes.
So-
Yes, indeed. As soon as the record was done, not even like released or ready to be put out, but like mixed and mastered, we left for a tour that was about 3 months long in the States. And then off of that, we had like the holidays home and then right back out for the headliner, right back out for this tour. When we get back from this tour, which is actually tomorrow morning, we're flying out. We have 1 day off and then we hop back in a van to do about 10 days in the States because we got some festivals to do and it's not like a full tour. So we're just renting a van, hopping in a van and doing that real quick. By the time we get home from that, it'll be about, I think,
3 months.
14 weeks with 10 total days off in between.
Damn, you guys go hard. So how will it be going from this bus to a van? What's the difference?
It's going to
I
suck.
can feel him watching me while I'm learning to survive.
It's going to be awful. But the tour's not long enough to really, I guess, make touring in a bus a necessity. Like, we can, like, rough it out for the, I guess it's like 7 shows, I think. But it just doesn't make a lot of sense because then we have to fly in a driver to the city where it is, and then he's going to have to take another day to drive it to us. And then, like, a tour is never just the day of the first show to the day of the last show. There's always a few days between and a few days after, and those cost a lot of money. The more days you have in between, the more it makes sense financially to have a bus or to be in a vehicle with a driver. But that run's just not long enough, so we're just hopping in the van, driving ourselves. We got hotels every night, so at least we don't have to like sleep on the floor. But
Those days are gone, right?
yeah, I mean we haven't done a full tour in a van in like 7 years, and I don't think we could anymore. I'm too old. My back is too broken, and it just wouldn't work out. But we can definitely like rough it out for a week if it means, I guess, an easier like mini tour. You know, less time spent in travel.
Yeah. So right now you guys are touring with New Polaris and Alaska. How is it touring with those guys?
Awful.
That too?
No, I'm kidding.
You're just negative to everything.
So we've actually, I mean, the Plot and You are hometown friends of ours. We've known those guys for years and years.
Yeah.
They were on the Cold Like War tour that we just finished in the States. So we did about 5 weeks with them in the States. We had 10 days off and then flew out here. The day that tour ended in the States, they flew out to Australia and did 7 or 8 shows with Polaris. So they kind of got acquainted and, became buddy-buddy, and then all of us met up in Europe. So at that point, there was already so much chemistry because us in Alaska had a few days alone together for the first few Empiricon festivals that we flew over here for, and we all kind of got acquainted and hung out a bunch and made some great friendships. And then by the time Plot and Polaris came out, we have already been friends with Plot for so long that it was just great to see our old buddies again. And then Polaris just fit in super well. Those guys are awesome. So it's been a lot of fun. The bus is very loud all the time. It's been interesting to see some of the games that have been developed on the tour, and some of the late drinking nights, and some of the stories that come from those. But we don't need to go into that closet.
Yeah. There's no coming back.
No.
From that.
You're opening that interesting subject. I'm like, nope.
No, I'm teasing it.
Yeah.
I'm teasing it.
Well, we got a bottle of Smirnoff here. Maybe I can get you drunk in next 10 minutes.
Not just that.
No, that wouldn't work.
Well,
Maybe for me, I'm a lightweight.
Maybe both of them.
Yeah, if I did both, I'd be pretty bad. I'm the lightweight of the band for sure.
So how is you say you're lightweight? How are the rest of the bands on tour?
The rest of our guys?
Yeah, the rest of come on.
Andy's record in one day is 46 drinks.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
I tried to swear on camera, but I was like,
You're good. Yeah, 2 days ago he did, was it 26?
A lot.
I think it was 26 shots in one day.
We've had years of practice.
yeah.
We've been a band this summer. It'll be 13 years since Dave and I started the band. And then Andy joined the band. Andy and Louie both joined the band about a year after that. So they've been in it for about 12. Kyle's been in it for like 10. You're the new guy.
Hey.
But, so we've been the same lineup besides David for over 10 years and have been touring all of those 10 years. We were already touring when Kyle joined the band. So, there's been some drinks to be drank, some booze to be consumed over, the last 10 years because, like you said, we kind of go real hard on the whole touring thing, and we're gone all the time. When you're younger, that equates to like a no parents, no rules theme. And when you're older, that equates to like a no parents, no rules theme. And you're just, you're living your best life.
Yeah. So you guys are established as one of the, I think it's safe to say that you're one of the more established band in the metalcore scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Good.
Yeah. So what do you think is next for Weekend as Romance? Where do you go from here?
Oh man. Well, you can always get bigger. The issue is that you can always also get smaller, and people don't care anymore. They don't come to your shows. For us, the tough part is that a lot of our fans, we've been a band for so long, they come to our shows, or, they see we're in town and they're like, oh, well, I've already seen We Came as Romans 10 times because they've been touring forever. Or, oh, well, I already have 5 We Came as Romans t-shirts because they've been selling t-shirts for 13 years, So I think our biggest, the thing that we challenge our band with the most is how to stay absolutely relevant and still at the top of the game of being wanted in the fans' eyes. Because new bands come out all the time, and it's really easy for someone to be like, oh my God, that band's awesome. I've never seen them before. I don't have any of their merch. I'm going to buy their t-shirt and not We Came as Romans, even though I might like We Came as Romans more. Maybe I have their lyrics tattooed on me. Maybe, I'm their biggest fan and I came here for them. But, there's all these new things, and, it's easy to, lose the attention span of metalcore fans. And so our priority is figuring out how to be relevant and keep that attention that we've got so far. And then hopefully it just continues to build organically through everyone like, oh, well, I love that show. I'm going to go see it again because it was so awesome. It doesn't matter that I've seen it so many times. I'm going to buy this shirt because it looks great. And, it'll look great with my 10 other designs that I have, kind of thing.
Parkour Drive recently came out with a statement that they outgrew metalcore. Do you think that's possible for We Came as Romance?
I don't know. It depends. I think that regardless of what fans were to say about that in terms of Parkway Drive, that's going to be true to them because that's just what they believe and how they view themselves. So I think the important thing for us in terms of growing or getting bigger is just our own mentality of ourselves, which is a band, it's kind of backwards. We always see it as a ton of room to grow, never at the top. And once we reach the top, that top is actually just the bottom of the next level.
To move on is to grow, right?
That's what I did right.
Damn, that was smooth.
I try. So, do you guys have anything to sign us off with?
Someone help me. Get me out of here. I don't know. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not kidding. I would love to go home and sleep in my own bed.
I can feel them watching me while I'm learning to survive.
But until then, I'm going to play a show tonight. You can tell everyone later if we sucked or if we're good.
Yeah.
I will.
I bet we're good.
Yeah, I hope so. I've been looking.
I hope so too.
I've been looking forward to the show. I was like so excited to get guest listed to a sold out show.
Oh yeah, the show sold out like a few weeks ago. So that means at least people, are going to be here, even if we do suck.
Hey.
Bright sides to everything.
Yeah, you make money anyway, right?
Ooh.
Coming over here is expensive. We'll leave it at that.
Nope, stay in school.
Well, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise, man. Thank you
No
very
problem.
much.
We have Cold Like War available in the store. Be sure to pick it up. I bloody love that album, and I'm pretty sure you will too. If not, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you guys.
That was